Good morning. Prairie Piper here on a gorgeous sunny morning, Thursday, August 7th. On location, a very special place. I am currently in the town of St Claude Manitoba. 100 kilometers roughly east of Winnipeg. And if that name sounds familiar, St. Claude's, it should. And there's a pipe in the back, as you can see. So why does that name sound familiar? St. Claude Manitoba. Could it be related to St. Claude's, France? The answer is yes, especially with this giant pipe behind me. So this town was settled, I think, in 1892 by French settlers from Jura, France, St. Claude's. So the descendants of this town here in Manitoba, St. Claude Manitoba, were descendants, the early settlers were descendants from St. Claude's in France, the pipe capital of the world. So it is not a coincidence you see this giant pipe behind me. I'll take a look, I'll take you around here. I'll show you the plaque. The plaque states that it's the largest pipe in the world. It isn't. The largest pipe in the world is indeed in St. Claude, France. I believe though when this plaque was made, sometime in the 60s, it was the largest pipe in the world at that time. So I think it's safe to say this is probably the largest pipe, for sure in Canada, but it's probably the largest pipe in North America. And it's probably the second largest pipe in the world. So, let me just light up here again. Small town, maybe a few hundred people, not very big. Just a typical prairie town in Western Canada here. So the pipe behind me weighs 88 kilograms and it's 6 meters long. So for our American friends out there, that's 195 pounds and 19 feet long. The other pipe that is the largest pipe in the world is in France, like I said, St. Claude, France, and that's 590 kilograms and 8 meters high, which is 1,300 pounds and 26 feet long. So the one in France is quite heavier. You can find pictures of it online if you Google it. It's actually not that easy to find, but it is out there. So let's get a closer look at this pipe. Kind of a treasure here on the Canadian prairies. So here's the plaque. Again, it's not the largest smoking pipe in the world, the one in St. Claude, France, but this is a close second in St. Claude, Manitoba. And you can see the plaque here. It says the world's largest smoking pipe. Some of the first settlers arriving in this region in 1892 were from the city of St. Claude in the province of Jura, France. The main industry of this city in France was the manufacturing of smoking pipes. This pipe was promoted and funded by the St. Claude Chamber of Commerce. How cool. Right here in Manitoba. The largest pipe in North America, unless somebody can prove us wrong. Nothing too fancy, but kind of a really neat piece of history here in Manitoba and on the Canadian prairies. There's some flower gardens around here. Kind of a small little park. Sorry, I'm trying to smoke my pipe here and film this at the same time. Hopefully it's not ultra choppy. So there it is. Second largest pipe in the world. Largest pipe in North America. I'll pause this and I'll show you some other cool things around here. Something else I want to show you guys is kind of neat. It's just a little bit of the ways over here through this small patch of trees. Sorry, I'll try to keep the video as stable as I can. For those of you that are on the plains of anywhere in North America, you know all these little small prairie towns border the railway with grain elevators dotting the every few kilometers is another grain elevator. This railway stretches from Manitoba straight across Saskatchewan and Alberta through the Rockies and into the ports of Vancouver. But I wanted to show you something else. Sorry, I'm getting a major glare here. I hope this is working out okay. I know it's probably bouncing around. I'll do my best to stabilize this. Okay, let's take a walk. I'm getting some weird looks here. That's what happens when strangers show up in small towns. Everyone's looking at me like I'm an alien. Guy walking around with his phone and a pipe. Last thing I just wanted to show you guys before we wrap this up is all these small towns around Canada, and you get this in the US too, right? All these small towns usually have railways going through them, little hotels, little grocery stores, little lumber yards, and monuments, usually to World War I and World War II. I just want to show you this. This is a monument to World War I, also known at the time as the Great War. This was sculpted by Nicholas Piranton of St. Boniface, Manitoba. St. Claude cenotaph was erected where the sanctuary of St. Claude's first Catholic church used to stand. This monument, an initiative of the Great War Veterans Association's local branch, was inaugurated July 14, 1921 to commemorate the soldiers who died during 1914 to 1918. Yeah. All these monuments scattered around the prairies in all these small little Canadian towns. Gone, but at least not forgotten. Not yet. Really, really well kept. I don't know if those are Gatling guns. Just take a walk around the back here. This is a graveyard too for fallen soldiers. So hopefully that video turned out. I won't know until I get back home to watch this. Like I said, we're about an hour and a half away from home. Lots of glare, and I know the video is probably bouncing around a lot, but hopefully it was worth it. It's a very special sculpture out there with the pipe. Again, as far as I'm aware, it's the largest pipe in North America. If anyone can prove me wrong, you know, let me know in the descriptions below if you know of a bigger one. I think I said 200 pounds, 19 feet long, second largest pipe in the world. Anyways, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your day and your week. Prairie Piper out.